So, you've seen the trailer by now. Everybody has. And there's one shot the whole internet stopped on. Steve Rogers, bearded, older, alive, walking back into frame like a miracle. And he's smiling. That's the part that got me. Look at that smile. Because here's the thing nobody wants to say out loud. What if that isn't relief on his face? What if that's the smile of a man who already thinks he's won? So here's why. In the comics, that exact smile is the single scariest thing Captain America can do, and why a lot of fans are already convinced the man in that trailer isn't the hero at all. So let's actually run the theory, because honestly, it's a good one. Picture the hero you trust most in the entire world, the one guy who is never, ever wrong, Captain America. Now, what if he was never that guy? Not corrupted, not brainwashed. What if all the way back to the beginning, he was on the other side, and you just never knew? And that's not me inventing something for a video. That's a real story Marvel published. They took the most trusted man in comics and revealed he had been Hydra the whole time. And the reason it broke the internet the day it happened is the exact thing you're staring at in that trailer. He doesn't act evil. He smiles, he helps, he believes completely that he's the one saving you. So let me walk you through how you even build a Captain America like that. Because once you see it, you cannot unsee it in that trailer. So how do you turn the world's greatest hero into its greatest villain? You don't break him, you rewrite him. In these comics, there's an artifact that can edit reality like a document, the cosmic cube, and someone uses it to reach all the way back into Steve's life and quietly change one single thing. Not his memories, his side. So now imagine your whole childhood gently reauthored around you. A friendly face shows up when you're small, always around, always kind, and she's Hydra, patiently working on a lonely kid and his exhausted mother. And it works. The boy grows up genuinely believing Hydra are the good guys, the only ones who ever actually showed up for him. Which brings us to the most disturbing single page in modern Marvel. Cowl off, calm, that same faint little smile. And he says two words, and he means them the way you'd mean a prayer. And that's the twist that matters for the trailer. He isn't lying when he smiles. In his own head, he really is the hero. So, sound like anyone you just watched walk back onto a screen? Okay, so he believes it. Why should that scare you? Because of what he does with that belief. And here's the part that should genuinely unsettle you. He doesn't seize power by winning a fight. He takes it legally. Picture a threat so enormous that a terrified country votes to hand one man total authority, command of the entire military, every agency, all of it, because he's the hero they trust with their lives. They give him the keys. And that man is already Hydra. So now play it forward. The instant he has the power, the trap springs. He drops a wall of living darkness over the whole city and seals the heroes outside it. Warships flying his logo park themselves over the White House, and the man everyone trusted this morning is the man everyone answers to by nightfall. So sit with that pattern for a second, because it's the entire nightmare in one sentence. The most trusted man alive, handed power for everyone's own safety, turning out to be the exact thing that power was supposed to protect us from. Now go ask yourself that about a trailer where a beloved Captain America walks back in, and every single person on screen just trusts him.
But maybe you're thinking, okay, he took the country, but deep down, that's still Steve. He wouldn't actually cross the real line. So let me tell you about the exact moment the comic makes absolutely sure you can never root for him again. He comes face to face with Natasha, the single deadliest spy alive, the one person still hunting him, right on the Capitol steps, with a teenage Spider-Man racing in to watch. And he doesn't hesitate for even a second. He drives the edge of his own shield into her, and it is over inside one panel. The kid screams. The whole world feels it land. And Captain America, the smile guy, just straightens back up. That's the real horror of this version of him. He killed her the way you'd swat a fly. Not raging, not out of control. Certain. Because in his head, he's still the hero, and she was just standing in the way of the good he's doing. So look at that trailer smile one more time. Now imagine it belongs to the man who just did that and felt fine about it.
Okay, but here's the shot everyone thinks ends the whole argument. In that trailer, he lifts the hammer, Mjolnir, and the whole internet just exhaled. Because you know the rule, right? Only the worthy can lift it. So if Steve can lift Mjolnir, he has to be the real Steve. Case closed. Except here's the part that should put a chill down your spine. In the comics, the Cosmic Cube didn't only rewrite Steve, it rewrote the hammer. Look at what Mjolnir actually promised under his reign. It stopped answering to the worthy. It started answering to the strongest, and it handed its holder the power of Hydra. So picture that for a second. The one object in the universe that's supposed to be impossible to fake, quietly rewritten so the lie could pass its own test. Which means a Steve who lifts that hammer proves nothing about whether he's good. In this story, it only proves how deep the rewrite around him goes. So here's the only tell that actually counts. Watch what happens the instant the lie breaks, the second reality snaps back to normal. That same hammer turns on him. He strains at it, and it will not move an inch. And the real Steve, the one buried alive under all of it, picks it up like it weighs nothing and shatters the imposter's helmet with it. So don't watch for whether he can lift Mjolnir. Watch for the moment someone tries to take it back from him.
So why would Marvel, or the movie, ever bury something like this instead of shouting it? Same reason it works on the page. The betrayal only lands if you never saw it coming. Announce it, and the smile means nothing. They have to make you trust him first. And remember what this whole movie is built on: a shattering multiverse. Realities bleeding into each other, versions of people you know walking through the wrong door. A Steve Rogers who was always Hydra is exactly the kind of thing that slips through a crack like that and shakes your hand. So no, I'm not telling you the man in that trailer is Captain Hydra. I'm telling you that smile and that hammer everyone just cheered for are doing an enormous amount of work. And the comics already showed us in detail exactly where this road can end. And here's what I actually want to leave you holding. The scariest villain was never the one who looks like a villain. It's the one who is completely, peacefully certain he's saving you, while wearing the one face you'd never think to doubt.
So go watch that trailer again, and this time, decide for yourself. Is that your hero finally coming home? Or is that the first frame of the takeover, and we're all just smiling back at him?